Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas Day 11. As you can see, we got our Christmas tree up last night and also hung garlands in the stairway and in the opening between where our living room is and our kitchen dining room area. So it's looking much more Christmassy here. I still have a few different ornaments to put out, like candles and things, but the bulk of the decorating is done. We put some Christmas carols on to get us in the spirit. I am a big fan of the results, but not so much of the process. And so the Christmas carols help get in the spirit and singing away and quite enjoying them. I have to say I try to avoid them as much as possible. So I play them when I decorate, and then we'll have them on again probably Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But other than that, I try and limit it so that I can really enjoy them. Sometimes you can get oversaturated, especially if you're out shopping or if you work in a retail environment. Ask me how I know. So I worked on my cowl this morning and got this stripe done. Let's see, that might help having it there. This is, you might recognize the yarn. It's the leftovers from the afternoon tea shawl that I just knit for my sister for her birthday. So it's from the Kinfolk Yarn and Fiber. Yeah, Kinfolk Yarn and Fiber in the Tea at the Empress Hotel colorway. So this is all I have left, just a gram or so. So I'm glad I had enough to use for a project of my own because I just think it's such a lovely, lovely colorway. So I've got laundry going, and I have a few other jobs to do today, but for now I'm going to sit and work for a while on Cameron's socks because I've been able to put a few rows in here and there, but most of the time that I'm free to work on them, he's at home, so I can't do it. So now that most of my Christmas making is done, I do have time to work on them today, during the day while he's not here. So I'm going to do that for a little while and then I'll move on to some other jobs. It's mid-afternoon. I put the kettle on and time for some tea. So what will be in today's drawer? Day 11, I can see it peeking out there. I have no idea. It almost looks like shaved almonds, or actually looks like shaved wood. Let's see what this is. Alpine Punch. Oh, it might be almonds. I can smell almond in there. So let's see. Alpine Punch, ingredients rooibos, coconut chips. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Coconut rasps, apple, cinnamon, ginger, cardamom, black pepper, rose blossoms, almonds. There you go. Natural and artificial almond cream flavoring. Well, that sounds intriguing. Almond is not always my favorite. Oh, there's my washing machine going off. But yeah, I'll definitely try it. The drawer today doesn't look that exciting. Yeah, it just sneaks in beneath this little star here. So it's been kind of a morning of interruptions. Lots of, several phone calls that have taken longer than I would like. But I've managed to make myself sit for a while and knit on Cameron's socks. So they're coming along. I've actually, for the last while, I've got my book on the iPad, and I've just had that on my lap, and I can knit away on these without having to look too much. Oh, and there's my dryer going. So more work to do. Gonna go switch over those loads, and I'll be back later. Let you know how that tea is. It's late afternoon and it's just about dark outside. Never quite get used to that early darkness in the winter, but I guess before we know it, it'll be turning the other way. Anyway, I've got the Christmas lights on outside, and as you can see, I've plugged the tree lights back in, and I have them on the garlands too. This afternoon, I put out the rest of the Christmas decorations, so now our house is all ready for Christmas, at least as far as decorating goes. And I look forward to enjoying this atmosphere they create over the next couple of weeks. It's one of my favorite parts of Christmas. I thought I'd share my Rudolph. He, as you can see, is missing an ear and his hoof is all chewed, but this is something I've had since I was very, very, very young. And so he comes out every year and gets put under the tree. Couldn't help last night but missing our cat. We had Misty for 18 and a half years, and had to put her down just 3 years just after Christmas. It was just a few days after Christmas 3 years ago. Every year she would kind of freak out when we'd put the Christmas tree up, but within an hour or two of it being decorated, she'd be under there and it would become her new sleeping spot for as long as the tree was up. And if there were presents in the way, she'd just kind of push them out of the way and make herself a little nest in there. So can't help but kind of miss her at this time of year. I tried the tea. It was pretty good. It tasted more of coconut than of almond, which I liked. It was a little bit sweeter than I normally drink, but I don't like it well enough to buy it, but I certainly will happily drink the remaining tea at a future time. I have a couple of things to do tonight. I want to sort through Christmas gifts and just sort of take stock and see if we have any gaps. And then I do have a couple of things to wrap up. I'm going to spend most of tomorrow with my friend, and so I have a couple things to wrap up for her. But before I do that, I'm actually feeling kind of tired, maybe from reading and knitting. Maybe reading in the afternoon is not such a good idea because reading usually puts me to sleep. So I'm actually going to give in to that feeling and have a little nap. I know from experience that just closing my eyes for 20 minutes can really refresh me, and I think usually it's better to give into it than to try and fight it and then not want to do anything. On that note, I will say goodbye for another day. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you at least for a little while tomorrow. Bye.